Hello everybody, my name is Josh, welcome back to another episode of the Super Mario Bros. 2 The Lost Levels playthrough. This is part 5, we are in World 5 now, I believe. And we're gonna have some fun with this level, specifically. As the game is going to once again get harder. This is normal though. This is just going to be normal. Last episode we were introduced to these lovely things. The red piranha plants, which pop up and down here. I haven't actually been in one of these yet. This is one of the many warp zones in this game that I can't really do anything with because I am too small. There's a few new interesting choices for stuff, and we're introduced to another new mechanic. We're introduced to another new mechanic right there. Wind, which is something we haven't seen before. So, wind is an interesting new mechanic. We're going to see a bit more of it as we go on. Wind right here. So, wind will make you move slightly further. So, the red piranha plants here are kind of annoying to deal with, because I don't know how if I explained it well last time, but red piranha plants will not actually stop moving when you're standing right beside their pipe. They still will. If you're standing on top of the pipe, then they won't move. But if you're standing right beside their pipe, then they will. They will keep moving. It's not a interesting thing. So we'll just take this again. I'm curious to see if one of these blocks actually holds a power-up for me. It would be very nice to get a power-up. We're starting to get to the point in the game where power-ups are starting to become a bit more in other places. Not necessarily. So now that we're standing on top of this pipe, that one won't move. So yes, when you're standing on top of the pipes, they won't move. But if you're standing next to the pipes, they still will. And that was the end of the level right there, I'm sure. So it's a pretty easy level actually, 5-1. Not a lot of proper tough decisions makings here, besides jumping right into a paratrooper. That's not fun. But overall, you know, pretty normal level. Pretty normal level, nothing overly hard about it. Just a very basic level that I can't really utilize that room very well. Just a very normal level overall. Wind is not that bad here, but it will be played at a much more... Okay, that was fun. Wind will play a much harder part in levels in the future. The A to D worlds especially really like using... I'm having trouble with that paratrooper. The A to D worlds especially really like using the wind. The wind is a very fun mechanic that they like to use in those levels. I'm having a lot of trouble with the start of this level again. As I said earlier that this level's not that hard, but here I am mucking it up. Over and over again. So yes, standing next to a pipe with a red piranha plant in it will not cause them to stop moving, but standing on top of them will. Red piranha plants also are much faster than their green brethren, which makes them slightly more annoying to deal with. Basically, all piranha plants are going to be replaced by their red counterparts now. My jump button's being eaten generally all the time again. Usual thing, you know, inputs being eaten is a case of just video games in general, especially video games during this time period, where, you know, you can put an input in, but it'll still be eaten anyway. So, Wind makes this entire bit of the game a little bit harder. Not much harder, but a little bit harder. So stand on there, stand slightly out of the way, and then we can deal with the red piranha plants, which are fun to deal with. Again, if you're standing on top of the pipe, then you won't have to deal with them. I was hoping to maybe be able to reach that platform right away, but let's try it again. Without running right into the Buzzy Beetle, that's a good idea. This game gets, yeah, it does get harder. I mean, we're at the point now where the game is definitely above the original game in terms of difficulty. And you know, the original game does get quite difficult, especially during Worlds 7 and 8, and we're past that point now. We're most definitely past that point. So, it's just a case of hoping for the best, hoping nothing really goes wrong. And one of those things is, of course, the red piranha plants. You just play a decent part in this game. No speed! Very helpful. You really do need speed for that jump there. That's not a hard jump either, you just need to get some speed going earlier. But this game's gonna become more like speedrun-like, really. Just, you know, playing the levels over and over again until you find the right combination of things. Because we're basically going to be constantly moving from here on out, for the most part. So stand on there, make sure he doesn't come out. I mucked that up. I should have just gone for it. I should have just gone for it, and I didn't. This game can be really quite brutal sometimes, actually. That's just me not making my jumps right. Alright, this time we'll get the level done, because I'm sure that's the end of the level right there as well. We just need to make it to that point again. I hope you really like the usual theme as well, because that's still hit. I think the next level also is actually an underground level as well. An interesting thing is that you actually have to go through 2 castles if you want to play through this game through to if you want to use the warp zones in this game. There's actually 2 of them that you need to actually fight 2 castles in I was trying to land on that block so I could get a good run up to that start there. That has to be the end of the level. I'm sure that's the end of the level. It's just that block, just that one block that you kind of have to use to get to the stuff behind it. But you have to get good speed to actually use it. So, you know, fun times abound for this type of game. Again, wind in this level's not that bad, but it will get much worse as the game continues on down the line. And hitboxes as always are weird, especially with piranha plants. Seen a little example of it. Ha! That stupid block. That block is in just a horrible spot, and you kind of have to use it. As I said, it's in a really awkward spot, because you're dealing with 2 enemies right beforehand as well. I don't think I've ever actually jumped over that. I just run right into that paratrooper. And again, there's no like, ooh, that was close. And there's no like, I haven't found a mushroom in this level anywhere, so, like, I don't know if there is a mushroom in this level somewhere or whatnot, but whatever. So we'll just take care of this level as quickly as possible. So what I might do is stand on this and then go. There we go. Oh, bugger. Bugger. That was the easiest enemy to take out as well. A normal Koopa Trooper. Right, okay, so that bit there, more invisible block shenanigans, because this game loves invisible blocks. I don't know if that was faster. I think just taking the underground route would have been faster. One thing you have to watch out for as well, a slight change in physics compared to the original game is the use of enemy bouncing is actually slightly different from the original Super Mario Bros. You bounce much higher off an enemy in this game compared to Super Mario Bros, in which you'd only, like, I don't even know if you really bounced at all in the original game, but in this game, that was a wall jump right there. That was a glitch in the original game and this game as well, in which you just have, you know, I'm having a lot of trouble on this one level. We've pretty much solved the dilemma that we had. That pipe is just out of reach. So yeah, I really do want to go down that secret area. Jesus Christ, this game can be difficult. Alright. Fun times in Mario 2 Land. I've heard though that this game is apparently a very nice speed game in terms of speedrunning the game. Apparently Mario 2 The Lost Levels is a really, really good speed game. Let's just hope none of my inputs are eaten on the second half of this level. Let's jump over. There we go. And we'll jump over both of these guys. Okay, more invisible blocks, because this game loves invisible blocks. Hi, what are you doing here? And there's another block like here? Or here? There it is. Invisible blocks are fun. And this is where the level ends, I think, as well. Like, right here. There you go. End of 5-1. That took like 10 minutes just to play that first level. And it was because I was having so much trouble with just that one little block area. That right there was a demonstration of how the fireworks actually work in this game. So fireworks actually take into account your coin counter. If you get the same last digit on your coin counter compared to your timer, then that was great. If you have the same last digit on your timer as the last digit of your coin counter, then you will get fireworks. Yeah, fun times. Alright, so 5-2. Our next underground level. Having trouble with enemies. Enemies are fun. I might set a save state once to head into the underground area, because watching this over and over again is going to be really annoying. So I'll set the save state there, just to be nice, so we don't have to watch that every single time. Okay, so we'll let... Alright, well I need to kill at least one of them. There you go. That's a poison mushroom. Didn't even notice. Oh yeah, and it can be really difficult deciphering the difference between a poison mushroom and a normal mushroom underground. But it ain't that. Alright. So 5-2 actually has a warp zone in it. This is the next warp zone level. I'm kind of just taking things a little bit slowly right now. You know, I don't want this part to go on forever. Just kind of there. Getting to the warp zone basically requires traveling along the top of the level. So if you don't want a warp zone, don't go along the top of the level. That was close. Alright. Whew, that freaked me out for a moment. Alright, that's the end of 5-2. Again, if you know what you're doing, it's not a horribly difficult level. If you go on the top, you can find the warp zone, which will take you to World 8. The only warp zone to take you to World 8. And okay, so blind jumps and using Koopa Paratroopers as platforms. This is stupid. Why is this here? I don't know. They decided it because it is, and it's dumb, and it's stupid. Look at how big these platforms are. Look at how big these platforms are. I think, Jesus Christ, this game gets ridiculous in the later half. So, yeah, this game gets insanely ridiculous. Oh, I fell right down that hole. The athletic levels, as I like to call them, are probably the hardest levels. And I fell right down that hole again. What are the chances of falling down that hole? It's just that small little hole in there. It's fun. I fell down it again! What is happening? I don't know. Ugh. So you go from a pretty dutifully easy level, admittedly. Because, you know... Piranha plants. And paratroopers that you have to bounce off of. It's really annoying. Alright, there we go. We made it up. And go again. No power-ups anywhere, because the game hates me. Okay. Jesus Christ, this game can be ridiculous. What is this game? I swear to God. Timing jumps off of paratroopers to reach higher levels. Yeah, that's a fun thing to do. You see what I mean? How I think, like, this game is a ROM hack? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like a Kaizo ROM hack. It doesn't feel like a proper sequel to Super Mario Bros. At all. It just feels like someone took the original game and went, I'm gonna create a Kaizo hack. That's what this game feels like, to me, honestly. Like, That's what this game feels like, to me, honestly. And I don't think it's a very good game, either, to do that. And because of this, you know, nature that this game has, you know, feeling like a ROM hack, I don't think it's a very good game at all. I think the difficulty is way too bloody high. And I understand that the game was supposed to be like, you know, for experts of the original game. But, like, you have no actual, like, any sort of just... any sort of just, like, flow. Like, obviously you have flow to your movements. The physics are exactly the same. But you have dumb and stupid level design like this. And the game only gets worse. That's the main thing. Like, we're in World 5 right now. Like, this game's just gonna get harder. Like, this game's just gonna get harder. It's gonna get brutally difficult later on. Like, I find Worlds 1 to 4 just fine to play, but, like, from World 5 onwards, this game just starts to get unbearable. Which is also a main reason why I don't particularly think very much of this game. Because, like, I can find some enjoyment in the first half of the game, but, like, after that point, it just gets ridiculous, and you get to do stuff like this. Like, and they barely introduce any type of new enemies, but you have, like... get stuff like this, where you have to bounce off of paratroopers. Like, you either bounce off the paratrooper or you die. And that's ridiculous. You shouldn't be asking for that much of your player. And this level is just, this is the first level of the game where really the absolute ridiculousness of these levels really starts to come out. Like, you want to take that first pipe because so that you can skip like half of this level, get to here. But look at this, you have such a small platform to get speed going before you jump to the next platform. And then look at that, like, you can have crap like that, and it's not a fun game. It really isn't. It gets unbearably difficult in the later half of the game. And it's not like a good difficult, which is like, you know, a test of your skills or anything. It's just that the level design is stupid. There's some insanely ridiculous and odd choices in this game. Some insanely ridiculous and odd choices. And, you know, it's a game that I want to enjoy, because I do enjoy the first game, despite thinking that it gets quite difficult later on. But in the case of the first game, that's a case of the difficulty being warranted, you know. The difficulty rises as the game progresses, but, like, this game doesn't feel like that. It feels like a ROM hack that costs money to play. And I've felt like this pretty much all the time. That Piranha Plant, Koopa Paratrooper, you never know if it's going to be in the right spot for you to get up to the next platform or not. Why do they do this? Because they're stupid. Like, bouncing off of paratroopers is not a level design choice that you should be making, because it doesn't work. Like, it really doesn't work. If you're basing a life or death situation on whether you can bounce off a paratrooper or not, then that's bad level design. And the second half of this game is filled with bad level design. I'll get into it more later on, and the athletic levels get the worst of it. Like, the athletic levels suck in the second half of this game. Like, they really do. And this is an example of that. That's a massive jump in difficulty after a rather pretty easy level, honestly. And you can't really take the level slowly either. You kind of have to keep moving. Like, look at that. I don't know where the paratrooper needs to be for me to get a good bounce off of him. You don't know how good of a bounce you're going to get off of him. It's either you get it or you die. And that's what a lot of the level design in the second half of this game extends to. You either get it or you die. And trial and error level design is not good level design. And, like, slipperiness is there, like, it's in the original game as well. But I haven't really talked about how Luigi plays, and I'll probably demonstrate Luigi a bit better in the bonus video. But just a quick example, and I can't remember if I explained it in part 1 or not. Luigi is substantially different to his brother. And substantially different in a way that doesn't make the game fun. If you want to make an already hard game even harder, you play it as Luigi. Like, that's the thing. Luigi jumps higher, but has piss poor traction. Like, he has terrible traction. And also, I think it takes longer to speed up as well. And, like, yes, slipperiness is a thing. Mario's a bit slippery as well, but it's nothing compared to Luigi. Like, Luigi is just a terrible character to play. So, just coming into, like, you know, what do I think of this game as a whole? Like, the first half of it is decent fun, but then once you get to, like, World 5, it starts getting ridiculous and stupid. And they start throwing crap at you. Okay, cool, that got rid of that. Like, you don't know whether you'll get a bounce off an enemy or not. That's the main thing, and why I absolutely hate this kind of level design. Like, I took care of the blooper there, but it didn't matter unless I got the paratrooper jump. Like, this first bit is actually pretty easy, because it's a pretty basic, you know, setup. You know, you can dodge the Piranha Plant really easily. And the fact that, basically, the green Piranha Plants have been replaced, basically, for the rest of the game by their red counterparts. There we go. See, you don't know whether you're gonna get that. And then you got this crap, and you have to deal with platforms. And you have to deal with platforms. And besides that point, like, once you get past that paratrooper, you're doing platforming across bottomless pits. Again, it's a case of you get it, or you die. And that's level design that I don't like. Alright. 5-4, castle level. Can't remember if Bowser has hammers yet. But the castle levels also start to get kind of brutal at this point. Oh, come on, really? You're gonna just wait? Alright. That has something in it, I'm sure. It looks like it has to. And like, yes, I'll share my experiences on this game. I'll share my opinion on this game. And I get it, like, I don't particularly like it very much. That is in a horrible spot. Why is that mushroom there? It's a case of, you know, grab the mushroom and get back on top of the block so that you don't get damaged very much. I think that's also like the first real power-up we've had this entire world. Because, you know, you had the poison mushroom in the thing. I haven't actually talked about the poison mushrooms yet. I'll take some time to talk about the poison mushrooms now. Basically, poison mushrooms suck. They work exactly like an enemy does. Poison mushrooms have fun times. Yeah, I'll lose my mushroom. There we go. Alright. Am I able to get up on that upper level? I can't tell. But yeah, like, you know, the level design in this game just gets ridiculous in the second half. And we'll see much more examples of that as we go into Worlds 6 to 8. And I'll probably showcase World 9 as well. World 9 is actually quite a hilarious world. I really like World 9 for some reason. I'm just gonna dodge that and... like, I'm probably gonna showcase World 9 as well. Because World 9 is really an interesting, phenomenon. It's also interesting in the fact that you're only given one life to do it, but I'll explain more what World 9 is about. See what I mean? Like, that mushroom is in just a horrible place. And again, eating an input, that's something that NES games generally really like to do. This is the most trial and error game I think I've ever played. It's very much designed to be a, you get this right the first time, you don't get it right, you're gonna die. That's, like, the main thing. And these parts are just gonna get longer. Like, you know, the first 4 or so parts were a good, you know, 10-15 minutes long. You can fully expect to see these later parts be, like, up to half an hour or so. Just because of how ridiculous these later levels can be. And look at that, like... I haven't even made it past the middle bit yet, because I'm trying too hard to grab that bloody mushroom in this block here. And, like, yeah, thanks for the mushroom, it's there, but, like, good luck trying to keep the mushroom. Because that mushroom is in a fun place. And there we go, we kept it that time. And we didn't keep it because Mario's hitbox got bigger. Look at that. It's basically luck-based. Like, come on. Level design like this is dumb and should never ever be in an actual game. Don't ever put level design like this in a fan game or anything. Unless you're deliberately trying to make it like a Kaizo game. See, look at that. I lost all my speed because I had to flick up some stuff and whatnot. It's not easy. It really isn't. And that's what makes it so hard to play. And what makes it so hard. And one of the hardest games that I've ever played. Because... So you have like, look at this, it's a mushroom block, but it's sitting right in the middle of 3 fire bars, where if you slip up once, you're going to die. And that's what I hate the most about this. You slip up, you will die. Simple as that. Look at that. That's what I hate about this level design, and that's why I don't particularly like this game very much. And like, just me playing this game and doing a let's play of it is an example that, yeah, I will play and do let's plays of games that I don't particularly like. That right there is something I would have never known if I was just going right in. I knew that was there, but there was nothing I could do about it because it was there. Like, see, this kind of thing is why I just really don't particularly like this game very much. And I know it's like, it's the original Super Mario Bros. 2. It's, you know, it's the game that Japan got after Mario 1. That doesn't mean I have to like it. Just because it's a Nintendo game, that doesn't mean I have to particularly like it. And I don't particularly like this one. This one's a black stain on the franchise, in my opinion. It's not a very well designed game, I feel. It's very much trial and error. It's very much a trial and error game. This part is most definitely half an hour long by now, you know, and it's one world. Like, you know, one world is very much a situation where you'll have to just, you know, slow down every now and then, but it's kind of hard to do that, especially when the game is throwing so much crap at you. Eat an input again. Like, yeah, this game is full of this, especially in the later half of the game, and it just becomes trial and error, and that's why I don't like it very much. I'm still gonna play it, I'm still gonna beat the game. Doesn't mean I have to enjoy me playing it though. But, you know. We're almost there, I'm sure. Like, that's just a situation where it's like, oh, the fire bar was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that was just really unlucky. Like, you just never know what could happen in this game. It's all over the place in terms of its things. And I'm using save states quite liberally here. And there's probably going to be another couple games, I'd say, where I'd be using save states quite liberally. I was having no trouble with this opening bit before, and now I'm suddenly dying here. Yeah, so, like, you know, eating my input again. NES games and Famicom games really love eating my inputs. And, you know, once we get to the boss, we still got 3 more worlds. 3 more normal worlds after this. And World 9, which is just really interesting. I'll explain how World 9 works when we get up to World 9. So I can kind of slow down a bit, I guess. Kind of. It's not easy. It really isn't. Level design, that's trial and error. And trial and error level design is a level design that I'm not particularly fond of. Like, see, that's just me getting completely unlucky with the cycles. Like, there was nothing I could do about that. Cycles were all over the place. I'm just gonna restart that one from the safe state point. Like, it's level design like this, which just I don't particularly like, and I'm baffled that this was released as the actual sequel to Super Mario Bros. Like, this is what came out as a sequel. And I'll be doing a playthrough of the rest of the world got as Super Mario Bros. 2. And that game's also quite difficult, actually. I don't think anywhere near the extent of this game, but see, going on the bottom route's just a death sentence. Don't go on the bottom route. That's dumb. And like, yeah, as I said, I'll be playing the what the rest of the world got as their Super Mario Bros. 2. That game's not exactly a slouch either. I would also say that game is particularly more difficult than the original game as well. But Mario 2 is also a very different styled game. And we're done. World 5 is finished. No Bowser throwing hammers. This world. Next world, I think, is the first world that has Bowser throwing hammers. Yay! World 5 is done. World 6. And no, not another nighttime world. I thought we were due for another nighttime world. Apparently not. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway. So, with that being said, bring that back, please. With that being said, that is the end of 36 minutes. That is the end of part 5 of the Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels playthrough. Would I edit it down? Probably not. So, this is going to be 36 minutes in all its glory. I will see you all for part 6, where we tackle World 6 in Super Mario Bros. Until then, my name is Josh, and I will see you all in part 6. Bye.